Welcome to the Taipei food night market scene. There's actually quite a few different night markets around Taipei you can get food at. This one is a little bit more local than it is touristy. This is pronounced the Guangzhou Street Market. Guangzhou. Someone's probably gonna correct me on that one. I don't know exactly what it's called. We came in here for one specific reason, and that is to track down some bullfrog. That is why we're here. Someone recommended that I try the bullfrog while we were in Taipei. And the one here is also known as field chicken, I believe, is like the translation. Is sort of like how it comes across. So we're gonna go and look around a little bit. I did see some frogs kicking around. I'm not sure we're gonna find the legs or the soup or what it is exactly, but somewhere before the street market night is over, we're gonna get our hands on a little bit of bullfrog. Let's go check it out.
Taipei is home to some of the most incredible street food in all of Taiwan. We're talking lights, sights, seafood, sticky and sweet dessert food, Michelin-rated street food stalls, turtles, snakes, or what I came looking for, fabulous frog.
This show bites.
Just off the open-air Guangzhou Street Market is the Huaxi Street Night Market, with covered stalls offering duck parts, massages, and loads of locals lined up for food.
All right, so we found another extension of the market. This area appears to be all covered up and kind of teeming with restaurants rather than street food stands. It is a busy place on a Friday night, so I'm guessing that this is where, well, I'm not guessing, this is clearly where the locals go. Look at this place right here. There's like a lineup around the corner to get inside of whatever this thing is. It looks like it has the cow on top of it.
This wildly popular restaurant is the famous Gao family stir-fried beef restaurant, renowned for their stir-fried beef with water spinach and their secret sauté sauce. This place has been open since 1939. No wonder it's lined up.
That does look like a line of tourists, so I'm guessing that that is probably a pretty delicious place to eat, and this place, it looks like the place to be for Friday night eats if you're looking for like covered dining instead of, say, general street food, which is actually what I'm looking for, but we'll see what we find in here first.
Well, I'm looking for frog parts. My wife has been seeking out a much safer bet. Michelin-rated street food. You heard right. Well, selfie queens are lined up for a photo op in front of Gordon Ramsay's Fish and Chips. Here, on the side streets of Taiwan, there are Michelin Bib Gourmond-rated street food stalls.
It is the Michelin Guide mentioned place on the Michelin 20, 21, 22, 24, 25 mentioned in the Michelin Guides. There's a bit of a lineup here already, so we're going to find out what it is they're serving. It looks like maybe steam bun, forehead. Let's just move in for a closer look here, but if you look at the menu right here, there's a steam bun, the forehead soup, four herbal soup, pig's bladder soup, pig stomach, and small intestine soup. It looks like quite a few people are getting the bun actually, so we'll probably get the bun and try it out and see what you get when you order the bun, but it looks like a pretty rocking place.
Let's pause for some information we found on the internet. Yeah.
The Bib Gourmand in the Michelin Guide is a prestigious separate rating that highlights restaurants offering high-quality food at moderate, affordable prices. Named after Bibendum, the Michelin Man, this award recognizes inspectors' favorite hidden gems where diners can enjoy a great meal without the high costs of fine dining. The Yangfang Gao Bao stall we are at now has won the Bib Gourmand Award every year from 2020 straight through to 2025. Unbelievable! This 60-year-old shop stuffs these steam buns with marinated pork belly, pickles, ground peanuts, and coriander. More efficient than a McBurger, and all for 70 Taiwan dollars, or around $2.25.
Just get your lips in there a little bit. Oh wow, look at that big chunk.
Pretty good.
What does it taste like, ma'am?
It's very good.
The flavors?
Very delicious.
Yeah?
Sweet with a little bit of, I don't know the other flavor I'm tasting, but it's a delicious combination.
Delicious combination of unflavored deliciousness.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. And is there fatty bits in there, or is it mostly meat?
There's fatty bits, but yeah, and obviously that's delicious too. I tried to avoid as much fatty bits, but it's not working. Because there's a lot of fatty bits.
Oh, look at that. That slice of pork belly is easily 50% fat.
Okay, she's not going to eat the fatty chunk on the top, but I'm going to.
Yummy.
Oh, that's delicious. You can see the pork fat wiggle across the top. There's like sweet peanut in there, I think. This bao bun is like a, or I don't know if it's a bao bun. This piece of bread around the outside of it is like a, it's like a cloud wrapped around a fatty interior filling with sweet peanut and some sort of vegetable mixture. Oh, that's delicious. Yeah, really good. Flavors were absolutely like bang on. Even the big chunk of fat across the top of the pork didn't taste like fatty or chewy at all. It just sort of like melted its way into the meat and into the sandwich. It was delicious. And this place still has a massive lineup outside of it. It's not going to be eating there, but man, this is a great place to eat and just sort of like hang out and watch people eat other things I've never seen consumed before. Overall, that little bun sandwich, pretty friggin' good.
In the 1950s, this area opened as Taipei's first tourist market and used to be known as Snake Alley, a popular red light district of legal brothels and live snake shows. Now that sounds like dinner and a show. Venomous snakes like cobras were used for live shows to entertain crowds of onlookers and then killed with their blood and bile drained into shot glasses. By the 2000s, this was starting to be frowned upon, and by 2018, they finally shut down the final show. These days, it seems that Michelin quality food is a thing turning heads. But if you search around hard enough, you can still find things like snake and turtle on the menu, which I do in another episode.
I actually do want to try turtle, and I do want to try steak, and I'm pretty sure that place definitely sells turtle. But tonight we're on a bit of a different mission, and we're looking for bullfrog, preferably as a soup, potentially as a leg, but somewhere around this market, we're going to find some bullfrog, and the turtle we'll get to another day. Okay, we found what we've been looking for here. This guy right here has a bullfrog garlic soup, so we're going to go over and check it out and see if we can get our hands on some, but there's like a full display of frogs right here, and then the soup as well. Hello, sir. Oh yeah, those look delicious. That's a soup? Yeah, it's a garlic frog soup. Yeah, one please. Okay, check this out. There's like little frogs here that appear to be dismembered and not beheaded by any means, just on the inside. Oh, he's got the soup right here. You see the shot of this. Oh, look at those. That is like the whole frog right there. Wowzers, that looks some... Shay. So it goes right in a cup like that. You just get like the entire frog inside of there and a bit of broth. He's gonna fill that puppy up with what looks like a little bit of beans right there. Get him his way around some feet. And I think that we're getting a very large bowl of like, yeah, this is gonna be a little bit out of my ability to consume, I think. Oh yeah, right here. Shay. That's it, just whoosh. You eat the whole thing. I'm just gonna, 1 second. Just gonna make sure I get this right here because I don't want to eat the wrong thing. Eat the whole frog. Like, no, it's fine. What? It's okay to eat all of it? Let's try that again. Yeah? It's okay? Okay, Shay. Okay, so I want to make sure it's okay to eat all of the frog. I've never had bullfrog, definitely in a soup or a cup before, so I just want to confirm that it's okay to eat all of it. This guy seems to think with like a quick nod of the head, it's fine to eat, so let's go check this out. Okay, so have a look,
picture of that, actually.
have a look at this bad boy right
Yeah,
here.
I wanted to get a picture of that.
This is probably the most comical thing I've ever eaten for sure. I don't know if it's the most risky. It's a frog. I don't know how risky that is. It's a little bit risky, but it's definitely the most comical thing I've ever had in a bowl in my life. And the fact that this guy is super chill about the fact that he just threw an entire frog in my bowl and was like, yeah, man, just eat it. Let's see how it goes. All right, here we go. I'm actually kind of like looking at the corner of my eyes right now because the people next to me are also having the same thing. I'm trying to figure out if they're going to eat the same way I am. He's also giggling and laughing, so maybe it's our first time too. Anyways, we're gonna start off really simple here with the bullfrog, and we're just gonna go with the broth. This will be my first ever bite of frog broth. I'm not even sure. Maybe, I don't know, chicken maybe? I have no idea. Okay, the broth is like pretty good. Feel like a little bit of light salt to it. That guy's just spooning, he just spooned off a chunk of his. So maybe that's what I'm gonna do. Just the guy behind me, just got little chunks of his. Okay, I see, it looks like there's a big chunk of garlic inside of here too. And a bean. So we're gonna ease our way into this with a bite of bean. I mean, I think I'm just gonna go right for the arm. We're trying to tear away his rib cage a little bit here. Maybe some of the meat off the back. I'm actually gonna peel the skin off of it. Yeah, that feels a little bit safer. Okay, the chopsticks are not actually working, so we're gonna move to the spoon. It's a little bit more, yeah, that's good actually. All right, I'm seriously struggling with getting the frog apart. So I'm gonna go and try to rip off a chunk.
You have to just use your hands.
All right, that took about 5 minutes to get a little piece off of there. After I struggled for a little bit, we gotta have a little piece of leg. This is my first ever, well, not my first ever frog leg, but definitely my first ever frog soup. Tastes like a little bit muddy, actually. Yeah, it's like a little, yeah, that was like, it tastes a little bit muddy for sure. All right, we're just gonna like pick his little head up here. Move the arm back a little bit and just like go right for the rib cage here. Off-camera face right now is like absolutely quivering. Yeah, like the meat is a little bit chewy. It's tender, but I'm not gonna lie to you, this is not the most delicious piece of meat I've ever had before. Let's try this side over here. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.
2 weeks later, we found ourselves in the city of Chiayi, south of here, where we met Cynthia. This lovely lady owned this beautiful coffee shop and explained all things Taiwan. I told her about the frog, and she simply asked, did you eat with the skin on or the skin off? I said on, at which point she cringed and said, with the skin off, it's not bad. With the skin on, not so good. Damn, where was Cynthia when I needed her?
I got a little bit of thigh. And for some reason, the lady holding the camera refuses to watch this meal go down bite by bite. All right, so we have a bit of a foot hanging by a joint right here. We'll try to peel off some of that skin. I don't know, I'll try the skin too, just to like try it out. Skin has a weird texture, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like a little, it's like a little bit flaky. Or not, the meat's a little bit flaky, the skin's like a little bit elastic. There's a guy behind us eating it. What's he doing? Oh, he's eating rice. Yeah, I would say that's definitely a little bit challenging to eat. The skin tastes very skinny. The meat itself tastes a little bit muddy. The broth is pretty good. It's like very light, almost like a chicken broth, a little bit salty, pretty good. Not my most favorite thing I've ever had. Definitely interesting, but definitely not the best tasting item I've ever had in my life. Although it is definitely interesting, and I'm glad I tried it. I might not get this meal twice.
To flush the frog taste out of my mouth, we then headed back into the market to find some sweet treats.
Okay, so we just picked up some taro and red bean wrapped strawberries. I'm not sure what's gonna happen here, but let's find out.
These little gems are strawberry daifuku.
It's like a very ripe strawberry. Almost like sweet on the outside. Oh, pretty good. Pretty tasty, yeah. Yeah, it's very sweet.
Essentially very ripe strawberries wrapped in red bean and taro mochi.
Yeah, the middle's like the sweet little bit in the middle, and then kind of like a little chewy outside and a super sweet strawberry. Okay, I'm gonna try this one too, since before I hand these over to anybody else. This is the red bean one.
Yummy.
Also very good. This is like a whole meal. This is like very hearty strawberry. Also very good. Yeah, very tasty. Appreciate. Thank you. Thank you. Excellent choice. Drop by the strawberry stand. Oh, you're done with it or not done with it? Well, my mouth is so full of food, and we're going to order something else.
Welcome to Flying Saucer Cakes. This two-handed dessert gets filled with ingredients like chocolate, taro, red bean, and strips of mochi.
Yeah, one of those? Yeah, chocolate, yeah. Nope. All right, we just ordered the fresh chocolate one that's going up there. I think it has taro in it, and I don't know what the white thing is, but it looks really good.
Then a lid goes on to help it cook. And all the work is done right here. He even has a large mixer on site for the street side prep work. Then, another layer of pancake starts cooking. Both sides are then sandwiched together and back on with the lid. This was not fast food. This was a 10+ minute process.
So this is quite the process. I thought it was going to be like one little sandwich squished together when it was all done, but I think it's going to be 2 halves of the sandwich, plus the taro on the inside, plus the chocolate on the inside, and I think it's going to be like a meal on its own, so we'll see what we end up with at the end, but it's probably going to be great. There's a lot of people walking around this market, and the streets are pretty tight, but there seems to be just enough room to still get your scooter through, and people seem to know what they're after too, because I've seen a number of people roll into the scooter and like cut people off, park in front of the food stand they wanted, grab something to eat, and then rip off from the scooter again. Pretty clever. Or maybe they're all just like the Uber Eats guys. Okay, the build up to that was pretty good. We watched the entire show. Basically, he made this from scratch. Well, not just for us, he was making a bunch of them, but we showed up just as he was making the first or the next batch. And inside of this bad boy right here is going to be, I thought it was going to be half of this size, but it is like a 1 pound dessert of some kind. So it's almost like a double-sided waffle with, I believe there's taro in there, chocolate in there, other things in there. I don't know what was going on. Oh, it's like a soft waffle almost. Oh man, like full of chocolate and gooey stuff.
Price, 30 Taiwanese. Or that's like $1 for all of this satisfaction.
Man, it reminds me of the soft waffle. It's delicious.
Amazing.
Next. I like this market. To get to the toilet, there's actually one here, which is surprising. We have to go down a bit of a creepy alleyway, and then eventually there's a sign that says toilet, and that's how you go to the bathroom.
Normally I wouldn't cut to a toilet scene right from a food scene, but the fact there was even a toilet here was surprising. Marked by a couple of flashing signs down a creepy alley.
This is hilarious. This is like a red light district back alley, but there's a flashing sign for toilets.
You'll notice no doors for safety.
As you just pointed out to me, that was the windows.
But surprisingly clean.
This is the back alley toilet.
It's BYOTP, or bring your own toilet paper. Otherwise, it's about 40 cents a wipe.
All right, that was pretty interesting. Actually, I'd say overall it was pretty clean compared to a lot of toilets I've been in. But it was filming in there, and there was a guy actually in the toilet, so I shut the camera off after we went inside there. And if you want tissue, it's 10 Taiwanese cents. I'm not sure where that's called after it's $1.
Full of festival lanterns, we cap things off just outside of the market at the Longshan Temple. Built in 1738, it originally served as a place of worship for Chinese settlers.
Welcome to Longshan Temple. We were just walking by the food market and stumbled across it. It is quite fantastic looking here. And it looks like there's people praying and making little wishes and sort of making their way around.
Here in the main hall, people pray to Guanyin, the goddess of mercy, for peace, protection, and wisdom. Or, if you're like me, you pray your SD card isn't full. Now, it looks like red pierogies are called moon blocks. Used to ask the goddess for yes or no answers to personal questions. Drop the blocks, and depending on how they land, it's interpreted as a yes or a no. Don't like the answer? Come back tomorrow.
or that was the bullfrog experience, which I wasn't sure I was going to go at all. Probably won't have that one again. It was neat to try. The meat itself was like a little bit tender. The skin was a little bit freaking me out as the like, when you see a frog, basically every time I've ever touched as a kid, I've been told by my parents to wash my hands after, and now I have frog skin like literally inside my mouth. So I would say the idea of then shoving frog skin in my mouth on purpose to eat it was a bit hard on the thoughts. Yeah, it was a little hard on mental game to get that in there. Overall, the meat itself wasn't too bad, but it tastes like a little bit like, I don't know, a little bit muddy, a little bit dirty.
Not chicken, not chicken.
Like I'm sure it's because of where it lives and what it eats and its environment. That's probably why it tastes like that. Anyways, need to try. Probably not gonna do that one again.